Hello, everyone. My name is Patricia Silver, your host of Crown Different, and I would love our beautiful queen to introduce herself.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for having me first and foremost. Hello, my name is Marneet Lewis, and I am your Miss Culture Galaxy 2025.
Thank you, Miss Marneet. Could you please tell us about your pageant system?
Yes, I'm a part of a phenomenal pageant system that was started by Miss Debbie Joanne. It is a lovely pageant system. We believe in diversity and equality. We have a division for everyone, from tiny babies all the way to elite and senior divisions. And also, we believe in inclusivity, and we also have a male category as well. And so we definitely have covered all of our bases. It's very family oriented. It's almost like a warm hug. I can't explain this pageant system other than it's just family based. Our DJ is the husband of the founder. The MC is heavenly evolved. It's just all hands on deck, very family oriented. And the pageant really fosters sisterhood. And the moment you sign up, the moment you enter our private Facebook group, you just feel that. So it's like no other pageant system that I've been involved in. And the wonderful thing about our pageant system is it's actually two pageants. And so you have Miss Culture Galaxy with all of its divisions, and then you also have Miss American Nation. So you can actually enter both pageants, which I really love because, as you know, as a contestant, you have your wardrobe, you've had all your coaching, you're ready for war per se, you're ready to, showcase the best you possible. And so you can enter the first pageant, which is Miss Culture Galaxy. And it's pretty much a day and a half. And then if you don't get the results that you're hoping for, you can turn around and also compete for Miss American Nation. And I love that as a contestant because you already are there, you're already in that headspace. And so it allows you another opportunity to compete. And one thing also I do love about this pageant, it embraces everything and every aspect of me. And what I mean by that is I'm very proud to be multi-ethnic. I'm African American and Indigenous. My family is from the Creek Nation, and I'm also Jewish. And so I'm very proud to be multi-ethnic. And so being Miss Culture Galaxy, especially with the international garb, I don't want to say costume because I actually wore my Indigenous regalia for that. And so I got to showcase my culture. And so I just love everything about this pageant. And I love that I can contact my director. Even though my director is on the East Coast, she sends me volunteer opportunities, casting calls, all kind of volunteer opportunities here in my region. So she is very much hands on deck, and we are required to do at least 2 appearances. And I love that she sets that standard for her queens.
Would you tell us a little bit about your platform?
Yes, I have been volunteering for the Oregon Food Bank. I just had my anniversary this past August for 21 years, and I'm very proud to be a part of such an amazing nonprofit organization. I've had many different roles and different titles within the Oregon Food Bank. When they did have their community ambassador, I was selected to be one, so that was a very humbling and an exciting experience for me. But I just love volunteering for them. They help everyone in terms of food insecurity and its root causes. And so it's something that I'm very passionate about. One thing that I think is something that people need to think of when they are thinking of food banks and pantries or whatnot is that people do have a right to eat food that is appropriate for them, that is culturally appropriate. People that are experiencing homelessness do have dietary restrictions, whether that's health or even religion. So bringing that dignity back to the food pantries and volunteering and dealing with the food insecurity is very important to me. And that's something that the Oregon Food Bank really highlights.
What is the purpose you have found with your crown?
The purpose I found with my crown is, I will say this selfishly, when I am competing and preparing for a pageant, I am the best me. And I'm sure you can attest to that as a contestant. You are mentally fit, you are physically fit, you're reading newspaper articles, podcasts, you're involved in your community. It's a holistic kind of approach to competing in pageantry. It has very little to do with appearance. And I wish people knew that more. If pageantry was just based on appearance, every supermodel would be a title holder. That's not the case. I mean, I love pageantry because it makes me the best me possible. And then also it gives me an opportunity to be highlighted in my community. I would volunteer, and I do volunteer whether I have a title or not. All of my volunteer obligations have been long standing. Another volunteer organization I work for and volunteer for is a store to door where we go shopping for senior citizens that are disabled or homebound. And so I've done that whether I've had a title or not. But being a title holder does allow you more accessibility to nonprofit organizations, entering schools to be a speaker. It does make it quite easier to have access to certain populations and gives you more opportunities.
How would you tell women of our age, or even why would you tell women of our age to compete in pageantry?
I think pageantry is it's kind of like own secret society. It's its own culture.
It's
It's very, very interesting. I've been competing for over 25 years now, and I remember I was old school pageantry where you had like your interview suits and you had pantyhose and stockings, and I've just seen the evolution of pageantry. Back in my heyday, you couldn't even have any visible tattoos. I don't have any tattoos, but I see that a lot of contestants do, and I've also had the opportunity to judge on the local and international level. I think that every woman should compete in pageantry because it is so empowering to be able to say, I'm good enough. I can do this. I believe in myself. Everyone has a voice. Everyone has something that they're passionate about. And pageantry is an avenue and an outlet for you to freely talk about your platform and what you're passionate about. Even for me being in this age bracket, I'm still a minority in terms of I'm not married and I don't have children. So even when I compete with women, they're surprised that I'm not married and I don't have children. I'm like, oh, that's just not the phase I'm in my life. So there's all kind of women that compete, and the synergy is something that is unfathomable. You are with delegates that are just doing phenomenal things with their platform, in their community, in their region, in their country. I mean, these women are rock stars, and I just love to be around such confident, powerful, talented women. And these women are my friends. You can create so many business relationships and so much friendships through pageantry. So I would encourage any woman to do it. I earned my master's degree as well as a teaching certificate. And I want to speak about the transferable skills pageantry has that most folks don't think about. The discipline, self-determination, all of that stuff is there. Critiquing yourself, all of those things. But public speaking, presenting yourself, being poised. I didn't know after I was accepted into my master's program, I was one of the youngest people ever accepted into that program. And that was all due to pageantry. I was used to interviewing. I was used to, speaking with confidence. So there's just so many great attributes to pageantry. I think every person, pageantry is becoming way more diverse, where they have a lot of male pageants and all kind of things, and people that are non-binary and things of that nature. So I believe everyone should enter a pageant just for fun for one time, because the confidence that you build to be on that stage is parallel to none.
Tell us what you do outside the world of pageantry.
Yes, by trade, I am a flight attendant. And so I really do love that because I love the hustle and bustle and the busy schedule. And I love that I'm able to interact with people of all walks of life. I do love to collect antique costume jewelry.
Mhm.
That's one of my pastimes. And I love volunteering. Volunteering is just so much a part of my life and is a part of my lifestyle. I can't take any credit for it because it started with my grandmother. Just one of those women that would just paint everyone with love, concern with everyone in the neighborhood and in the community. And then my mother passed that down to me. So I just believe also a part of our culture being indigenous, we believe in the 7 generation theory. So you leave everything better than what you found it, and better for the next 7 generations. So that's just instilled in me. But I love listening to audiobooks, working out. I do have a life outside of pageantry and my work, but I really do enjoy volunteering. It's one of the few times in my life where I can genuinely say I'm happy. I'm joyful that I'm able to serve other people. And I do want to touch on this. Sometimes people might think, oh, this title holder might not be that active, or what is she doing in her community? She might not be taking pictures, and she might not be able to post everything that she's doing. My next endeavor, I'm going to be becoming certified to be a trauma advocate, working with women that have been victims of sexual human trafficking. And so in that situation, I will not be wearing makeup. I will not have my crown and sash. These women are a vulnerable population and they're at risk. And so certain situations, it might not be appropriate to take pictures or even speak about. So people have to keep that in mind, that sometimes title holders are out there doing amazing, outstanding things, but they might not be able to post it out of respect for the organization and the population they're working with.
Well, Ms. Mindy, thank you. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day for letting me interview you for Crown Different. We are going to just follow this journey that you've started and have been going through. And thank you so much again.
Thank you for your time, and thanks for having me, and congratulations on your international
Thank
title and all the
you.
amazing things that you're doing. And thank you for highlighting those of us that are active in our community and that are title holders. I appreciate you, and thank you so much for having me.